call, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. PSR is excited to present to you Last Call, featuring your boy, the pimp slap POD, Mike M.
Pimpin' ain't easy, but it's fun like money. Got bookies on the run, now it's time to get money. Not your typical way to ball. This last call like some convicts waiting on the next draw. You can feel the tension. Did I mention? Fools better pay attention, cause we getting paid like a pension. T's on the ones and twos, we not the ones that lose. Mike, money's killers, Mike even make the evening news.
And now, let's get to the picks.
We be pumping! Buzz Sports Radio, you know we be pumping!
What up? What up? Welcome into Last Call here with Pub Sports Radio, 6 p.m. It's Thursday, May the 23rd. You already know what we're here to do. We're here to smash and cash, trying to cook these books here. Appreciate everybody dropping in, ready to roll. Hit that thumbs up button if you're just getting in here. Maybe you're on your way home from work today. Maybe you're thinking about your cocktail selection. Let us help you figure out exactly what to put your cash on to get paid tonight. It's going to be a big show. Small card, and you guys already know, we bust them small cards up like it's nobody's business here. We got 7 games across the radar tonight. 1 NHL game, big game between Dallas and, of course, the Edmonton Oilers. We got the Pacers and the Celtics game number 2. Going to be a lot of fun talking and breaking that game down. We got 2 MLB games. That's right, just a 2-pack tonight. We got ourselves action between Toronto and, I'll say this here. It's going to be Jimmy the Bags boy and Kevin Gausman tonight going against them Detroit Tigers. Then we got the G-Rod, Rodriguez and Baltimore facing off against them White Sox. Big action there. Of course, it's going to be a lot of fun talking about the NBA. Just one play in the NBA tonight. So it's a streamlined card to try to get this action. But that doesn't mean we're not going to get that cash. It's going to be a lot of fun getting after it with you guys. Know the deal already. 3 things we ask you to do here when it comes to Last Call. First and foremost, it's only right. Hit the goddamn thumbs up button. Show the support. Help them let us know. Break this code. That is 6 p.m. There's a lot of sharks swimming in the cesspool. But nobody does it better than we do here on PSR. You want to let them know where you're spending your time. We need your help to build this community. And it starts by hitting the thumbs up button 1 day at a time, 1 play at a time, 1 winner at a time. Appreciate everybody coming in here to hang out. 2, grab yourselves a pen and paper. We got Migga to Mac Daddy coming in tonight. C-Mac's going to give us his best looks across the board. You're going to want to write that stuff down. Of course, the chat, the sharpest chat in the business. They're going to share their best looks. You're going to want to take note there as well. And then last but not least, you guys, put your action in the chat. Let's see what you guys have cooking. We spent all day marinating on this card. Now let's see where we're going to eat. And that's what we want you guys to do is put them plays there in the chat. I see we got some members out there. JPZ, I know he's not a new member. He's just back. He's got the wrench. He's ready to go. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. You know what happens? We're winning too much goddamn money. And that's why they're holding us down here, some of you guys, with the disappearing chat. I hear you. We all been dealing with it. We're trying to figure out the fix, but JPZ's got a wrench, so we got JPZ back in the house. And if you didn't know, he wrote the intro. Matter of fact, he wrote all the intros across Pub Sports Radio and beyond, but he broke the mold when he wrote the intro for Last Call. Shout out to my guy, JPZ in the house. O'Brien Palmer, we got a new member out there, and O'Brien Palmer as well. And let's see what the chat's got going on. You already know. Who's the first commenter up in this chat? Of course, it's Joe T out there. Tough loss yesterday, Joe T. I tried to tell you. My guy. Doesn't mean I don't love you, but I did try to tell you and keep that cash in the right action. But anyhow, let's get and see what he's got tonight. He says he's got the first period over and both teams to score in that Oilers-Dallas game. This is a bad night for me last night in bets. Good luck to Look, man, you had the 4-0 the day before. Shit happens. True tellers in the house. Let's go. He says Flaherty under 2.5 earned runs. Rodriguez to record if they win. True tellers has already hit Wheeler outs over. And there's my guy, Justin McKelvey in the chat. Says, what's good, oldie? Give him a shout out. Let's get it done, you guys. Justin McKelvey says, nice plus 104 stacks. POD and was able to catch it live. Gerald Jones in the house says, best bet Flaherty over 5.5 Ks out there. Looking for some K props from our guy, Gerald Jones. Justin McAlvey's giving Old E the shout out, says, just got home from the Pirates game. What a game that was. Probably not the right outcome if you were looking for the Pirates, but still an explosion of runs out there. Best thing they got going out. Skeen's got skin, but he's got Livy Dunn to go back home to. So let's not frown for this guy there. He's got things working in the right direction. The best young up-and-coming prospect in Major League Baseball. Top Set says, what's up, guys? Giving us his same-game parlay action. Here we go. Pacers plus 14.5. He's got the Boston team total over 106.5, and it's plus 300. Man, that's a nice little plus 300 there for the Pacers plus 1,400. Boston team total over 106.5. 116.5. Expecting a score fest tonight is Top Set in this Boston game. Can't wait to talk about that one. Oldie says, Justin McAlvey, damn, dude, that's awesome. Hope you found some shade and cold beverage and a ballpark glizzy. Let's go. Kogi Cam in the house says, what's up, pimp? Let's get this bread. Good to see you, my guy. No UFC to battle in this weekend, so we're just going to have to go get our cash across the rest of the sports skate. Kogi Cam. Sancho's in the house says, Stars, money line. Celtics first half, -5. The Tigers, Blue Jays game, over. I'll tell you, I like that look quite a bit. First of all, we got Gausman, the biggest piece of trash in maybe Major League Baseball. But that being said, anytime I see a Tigers line at 7.5, I feel like it's an over spot. Nonetheless, Kenny Wood says, what's up, Mike? Ken Wood, I'll tell you what's up, my guy. That New York Yankees first 5 under 4, brother. I hope you tailed that one. Let's get that cash. Kogi Cam says, Oilers money line, Pacers, Celtics over 224. Baltimore White Sox under 8.5 out there. Fernando Mendoza's in the house. Says, good afternoon, Mike and chat. Let's smack these bookies and let's do just that. My guy Subhuman Gaucho's in the chat and Juggler 23 bringing us that wise guy look there. He's got the NBA wise guy, but WNBA overnight play. The Lynx Suns under 164.5. Look at this record here. Let me put this on the big screen. We got no T today, so it's your boy on the ones and twos. That's me. Let's see what we got. He already talked to us about it preseason last year. Wise guy action, 60% plus in the WNBA. They're starting their season off hot, 6-2-1 already in the WNBA. The Lynx and the Sun under 164.5. His play, the Suns -5.5, 1-0 against the spread year to date. Says best of luck, Juggler 23. You know we appreciate you sharing your work with us, my guy. Appreciate you coming in, tapping, and giving us what's happening out there in the WNBA. Subhuman Gotcha says, Jay Peasy, account back in action. He's got a wrench. That's the way that we've been solving this YouTube dilemma. They're out for us because we're just winning too much money. They're trying to hold us down. Futon Bet says, Minnesota Lynx money line. Sup, buddy? Let's get this cash. Love you guys getting into the WNBA with me. Yeah, look. We're only a month away from the WNBA and the Major League Baseball being all we got. And you'll see, watch X. Everybody's going to become a WNBA expert. We're getting ahead of the curve. We're trying to get that cash. Old E says, Subhuman Gotcho, cheers, brother. Subhuman giving Gogi the what's up. Truth Teller says, like, smash. That's all we can ask. Sean Glass, there's a new name I haven't seen thus far chatting or sharing plays in the chat. We appreciate you coming in. He says, Detroit, first 3 under. I think that's a good look. I think Gausman can get through. I think he can get through the order one time, but he's going to get busted up like a piñata going over on Cinco de Mayo. Let's see what happens there. Subhuman Gotcha says, cheers, old E. Leonard Porsche in the house. Are the books really going to let every person on earth bet the over tonight and not move it? It's going to be interesting to talk about that spot. Leonard Porsche. Subhuman Gotcha says, the play of the day, the Oilers first period money line for our guy Sub. Plus 100, even money spot there. Look at this guy, though. Look at this record, 28-25, plus 15.37 units. You know he's plus money hunting. Look out, bookies. Subhuman Gotcho's coming. Jay Peasy's in the house. John Che's in the house. Subhuman says it even moved down to 5.5 at some books, Leonard. And Leonard says, I have searched high and low. There isn't one human being under 225. Well, Leonard Porsche. Let's see if we can't change the tone there tonight. I have a sneaky feeling this is a lower scoring game here. I know they've been running and gunning balls out, but I think this is a tricky little spot. Rez Mob in the house. Scott Blaster. I haven't seen you that far, my guy. Says, let's do this shit, Mikey. Cheers, boys. Appreciate you coming in, Scump Master. A member of Pub Sports Radio. We appreciate that. Leonard Porsche, Subhuman. that game too, but I was referring to the NBA. Perky Bumps. We know this guy here, downhill ski champion. Nobody does the bumps like Perky. And he's out there, says, let's get that cash, Blue Jays money line. Kelsey's in the house, says, smash the like. Truth Teller says, Blue Jays strike out at a low rate. That's why I went for earned runs. Kelsey's got a new pick out there. And Nasty Nate, a.k.a. Mr. Trifecta, a.k.a. the mechanic, dropping the clovers out there. You know he likes this Boston spot tonight. Thinking it might be the reverse smash for the Boston Celtics tonight, Nasty Nate. We'll talk about that. James Parham says it's money time. Kelsey says, same, me, True Teller. Flaherty dealing the night. Coin says, what's up, Mike in chat. Let's have it Thursday. Put some on the Indiana team total over 107.5. What's up, Fletcher Barry says, Mike, driving to my 12-hour midnight shift. Let's get this cash. God damn, that sucks. But you got yourself a long weekend, Fletcher Barry. It's going to be good, my guy. Nasty Nate says, Holiday over 1.5 threes. Let's take note. When Nasty Nate starts dropping player props, he's less enthusiastic about the sides. I interviewed him personally. I sat down and talked with him one-on-one. We had a bunch of bats in play, and he said, I'll always get a Celtics play. But if I don't like the side, I'm going to give you a player prop. Maybe there's a little foreshadowing there. Holiday over 1.5 threes. Joseph Alvarado, my guy in Chi-Town there, the Windy City holding it down, says, where is the pimp? What the fuck? Let's go, my guy. We're here. We're rocking. We're rolling. We're ready to get after it. True Teller says, let's go A's. 5-5. DC Capper. 4-1 so far today. Shout out to DC Capper. Fire. Colorado up 5-4. Bottom of the 10th. Looking to go 5-1. NBA tonight on the way to get to the casino to go 6-1. DC Capper, share with us some of that magic, my guy. Let's see what you're doing out there. And shout out to Old E. Look, man, we are on the way to the weekend. Thursday is connected to Friday, and then we got ourselves a long weekend. So why not have a cocktail? Let's enjoy it. Shout out to you, Old E, gifting a membership, helping us grow this community one member at a time. We appreciate you coming in on the regular, and we appreciate you helping us grow this thing on the regular. My God, Old E's gifted out a handful of memberships at least throughout the month of May. We appreciate you, man. Cheers. Let's go, Perky Bumps. Red Bearded Chick in the house says Boston Pacers over 224.5. Marcus McCarthy says, happy birthday, pimp. We're one day early. We're one day early. Tomorrow is the big day, but that doesn't mean we're not going to start celebrating tonight. Marcus McCarthy, appreciate you, my guy. Thank you. Nasty name. Fernando Mendoza in the house says, yo, what's up, Perky? Dana Delp out there. And True Teller says 5-5 A's. Smash the A's. I like the A's to win this game and get this job done. We got a lot going on, you guys. Lots to get into. You already know the deal. We got to get rolling. Not a lot of time. Even though there's a small slate, we don't have a lot of time to get after it. Let's go through a quick recap yesterday. Then we will jump in. And I'll say, we're firing yesterday. We got them Florida Panthers minus 110. Yeah, buddy. We got them San Diego Padres, the Fathers, at minus 126 cash for us. And we also cashed our first leg of the rollover challenge out there. Boston, Tampa shit the bed. The AL East, Boston was able to come back out there. The Rays, after a loss in the division, were 48-18. They're now 48-19 out there. The easiest money on the board. God damn, I told you guys. Nick Nastrini for this fucking White Sox team out there, changing the order to give Mike Clevenger, who is starting tonight, an extra day's rest. And what did we do? We attacked like a fucking pack of ferocious dogs. Toronto first 5 team total over 2.5. Easiest casher in a minute and a half at least, and then some. Then we got the Atlanta Cubs game. We won the Braves. We did not get the Braves in the under, sadly, and that's the way it goes. But we rolled into the NBA. Everybody was talking about the under. We got the Timberwolves. They're so fucking hot. Dallas over 207 cash. Dallas plus 4.5 cash. Then we went into the WNBA and we got smacked. The Fever Storm under 166.5. I think they ended at 168. That's the way we finished off the day yesterday. But look, we got to go. We got to be transparent. We got to be ready to roll. And it's a big show tonight. So I know as soon as our guy pops in here, we will bring him on. Let's open the show up. Why don't we do just that? Let me find my notes. In fact, I found it. We're ready to go. This is a big night tonight. Big night. I know it's a small card, but I think we got an opportunity to smash these books and then some here. What do you want to start with here? Let's start with Major League Baseball. We got 2 spots popping off here tonight on the card. Let me pull them up. Let's get ready to go. The first game on the card. You already know I'm running the 1s and 2s, so bear with me while we figure this thing out. Let's see. Where is that first game, man? There it is. We got the Toronto Blue Jays. Kevin Gausman. Now, here's the debate. Jimmy the Bag thinks he's the best guy in the rotation. I think he's a pile of shit. Truth be told, I think we're both right. He probably is the best guy in the rotation next to Jose Barrios with Kevin Gausman. But I still think he's a pile of shit. We're going to see that go out tonight against this Detroit Tigers team out there. It's going to be a lot of fun breaking this one down. We got Gausman and Flaherty going out there. Flaherty, you guys already shown some early love for Flaherty with a 3.79 ERA. Problem is he's not getting any run support. He's 1-3 on the season. And then here's Gas Can Gausman with a 4.89 ERA and 2-3 on the season. Now, you know, it's funny because we were talking about this, Jimmy the Bag and I, on Saturday. And, you know, his thought process there was, hey, these boys aren't hitting Gausman very well, was that Tampa Bay team. And he was right. But the depth of that Tampa Bay batting order, the bullpen were able to come through and get that victory. And I expect similar situation with the Detroit Tigers tonight. We look at this Tigers team here. Bottom line, they're a 3.46 OBA, and their hard hit rate's over 41% against right-handed pitchers over the last 2 weeks. We're going to streamline that sample into just what's happening as of late. Doesn't matter the first month of the season, the first quarter of the season. We need to get a smaller sample in Major League Baseball, at least this point of the season, to see, are these guys rebounding, right? Because if they start sluggish and their numbers are down, it's not going to give us a true depiction of what's happening at the current form. That being said, you know, there is a little bit of risk. We could see some of these Toronto Blue Jays bats get rolling, but at the end of the day, for me, this is a Tiger spot. I think this is Tigers first 5, Tigers full game, -114 on the first 5, -108 on the full game. I realize I did not give you guys the breakdowns here. Let's get into it, though. We do have a situation with 55% of the cash and 63% of the dollars. I'm sorry, 55% of the bets, 63% of the dollars. What happened with this Tigers team? Well, they opened up at even money. They've moved them -108. 14 cents of movement against the Toronto Blue Jays. So we have correlated action there. Then we look at this total. It's getting slammed on the over. I'm suspicious of some overs have been hitting at a high rate, but let's not forget, like 2 days ago, there was like a little glitch in the Action Network, and those totals were not accurate to some degree. But we have 98% of the bets and 98% of the cash on the over. And I already hear our guy backstage, not backstage. He's got a key to the front fucking door. Let's bring him on. Let's talk about this game and hear what our guy Miggity Mac has to say. What's up, C-Mac? How are you, brother?
Mikey, what's going on?
Ready to run?
Yeah, Rockies are relentless. Yeah, Rockies, though. Let's take a first 5. This bullpen can't close shit, Mikey. But
shout out to you. I know you told me that last night. I know you told me that specifically last night. You said Rockies first 5. That's it. Don't take the full.
That's
game.
it.
Just take them in the first 5.
What
do you think about this Toronto Blue Jays game, though, my guy? Let's hear some action tonight. We got a small slate, but it's certainly a slate that I think we can cash big on. How we doing?
Oh, they're scored. Yeah. Let's get to this one. You were talking about bad Gausman here. The guy could be really, really good when his stuff's on. Like he is lights out. I mean, his splitter's good. The sinker, his fastball. But I'm not buying him. I'm not buying this Blue Jays team, especially in this spot. This Tigers team is playing pretty good. They win a couple in Arizona, and then, man, they dropped the last, get their ass kicked with the Royals. And I was on those first two. I wish I was on all 3. And I was kicking myself that I wasn't. Flaherty's been good to start the year. This guy's the classic 6-inning, Mikey. I mean, his strikeout to walk ratio is always pretty good. Seems like he strikes out at least 6 in all his starts. And I think he can pitch well in this one. He's faced these Blue Jays a couple times the last few years, and their hitters, some of these guys, they're only $132 off him. 53 at bats, 7 for 53. So I don't know if the Jays are going to score a ton of runs. I do lean under on this game. I mean, the first 5-4 is minus 130, 125. I can't take that. And there's 3.5 out there, even though I lean that way. But this price is short here. Tigers get back home. I know it's maybe not the best spot. They didn't get a day off, but I got to be on them in this one. And there was a few props. There's a few of these Tigers that hit Gausman. Of course, we always look at Riley Green here, 3 for 5. Good look at him. But I'm going to the guy in the 4 spot, Kerry Carpenter here. RBI plus 190. Mikey's 2 for 6 with a triple and a homer. Torkelson I use a little bit. Perez is in the 3 hole tonight, which I don't mind. But Kerry Carpenter, his RBI is plus 190. I'm on it. I put a little on the homer. Not the best weather, but the wind's not crazy blown in. I put a little on the jack, plus 775. But I'm on that Ribby, plus 190. And the Tigers, minus 108.
You mentioned you had me at Ribby, C-Mac. I'm going to add one there as well here. Somebody that's kind of new to the stable for me of batters and what they can do out there, but he's a rookie. He's been doing okay. He's a switch hitter as well, but Wencel Perez is plus 220 for the Ribby there, sitting in the 3 hole. 3 hole against this Gausman guy. Now, granted, look, what are we going to do? We're going to read into the lack of success. He's a fucking rookie. And Kevin Gausman, he hasn't seen him yet. But Riley Green, 5 at-bats, 3 hits. He's a 600 out there against Gausman. Matt Vierling's 8 at-bats, 2 hits, 250 out there. Get them boys on base and give me an opportunity for Wencel Perez. Even if it comes through the second time of the order, even at the bottom of the order here for this Detroit Tigers team, Javier Baez. Yeah, granted, not the best numbers with a 188, but he's seen the guy 16 times. He's got 3 hits, 1 home run, 1 Ribby. Get one of these guys on base for me the second time through. I'm going to go with that plus 220, Wencel Perez. I love it. I love the Carpenter look. I think this is a bad spot for Gausman tonight. If I was going to have to pick one of the 2 games to go for some hitting props, I think this is the spot. I also feel like I struggle with 7.5 C-Mac. I seem to never be on the right side of a 7.5 total.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with it. I mean, I guess sometimes I go, instead of that 4, the crazy money, I've reached out the 7.5 full game. Perky's going with the Jays. I want the Jays when they get hot. I want to see Guerrero, Bichette, this Springer. These teams they just haven't hit, and especially for power. So I'm waiting for them to get hot maybe here in the summer. But 22, 26. Not that the Tigers are raking at all, but I'll be on them here.
Well, that's 640. We move on to 740. We got ourselves the Baltimore Orioles. We got G-Rod going out there on the bump with this White Sox team. And here's the aforementioned Clevenger. Took a little day break there that last game to get the extra spot of rest in the rotation to start this series off against the Orioles. And everybody loves these Orioles. They opened at 89% of the bets and 89% of the cash. But the line is dropping. It's gone from minus 260 to minus 225 C-Mac. Then we look at a total that started off at 8.5. It's dropping to some 8s out there now with 88% of the bets and 88% of the cash on the over. Clevenger's got himself a 5.56 ERA, but no run support. It's tricky because the first game of a series, the White Sox are historically bad. Yet at the same time here, Means goes on the IL report there, and the Baltimore pitching rotation has gotten a little shock to the system now. 3.15 ERA, but man, oh man, the run support G-Rod gets. They're 4-1 on the season, and with this guy's starts to get the job done. C-Mac, talk to us about this game. What do you think's happening here, Baltimore and White Sox?
You got a little party going on in the back there, Mikey?
We're partying back here, my guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was here and I love it. And I was just wondering, Smoky Mirrors, my dude, Fernando, Rick J, Jeffrey Dahmer, as always. What up, my man? Oldie, AOD, Kelly, good to see you. Justin, as always, my man up in here. Stacks play of the day. Shout out to you, Matthew Green, DC Capper. Is the over there? I like it too, my man. We'll get to the NBA later. Truth Teller, Dana Delp, Nasty Nate. We know what he's on tonight. No questions asked. There, Perky, what up, my man? Yeah, I wanted the under in this, Mike, but I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, something about it. I just don't want it. Orioles finally got swept. It had been for forever there. Cardinals waking up a little bit, scoring. I told you that. Last night?
Yeah.
And the O's You could go run line with them. A team total's 4.5. It's minus 140. I don't really want it. Clevenger, he's not going to go more than 4 innings. He's kind of like get them through the lineup and halfway, and then he's out. That's just kind of what he is. He's not going to go deeper than that. And he's got to have his curveball working. Rodriguez has been pretty good all year. He had that one bad start, right? I was going through it here earlier. Yeah, in LA, where he gave up 7. But other than that, he's been money. It seems like the classic, just easy bounce back for the O's. But I'm off. I'm off this game. I'd lean under here too. Unders are getting a little bit tricky. We've seen more overs. I don't know. I don't want it here. We're on the other game. What are you on? Tell me. Quit fucking asking me what's going on. Hit me with it.
I mean, look, I got to bring you in. I want to hear what you have to say, but I'm going to tell you this.
I'm not going to reach, though, here. Yeah, it seems like the Orioles, this would be a really, really big bounce back for them, kind of getting their ass kicked against a horrible White Sox team. But maybe not.
Yeah, Trisha M, it is the birthday week, so we're gonna have some cocktails tonight and celebrate the new year coming in here. But as far as this game's concerned, I think this is a tricky little White Sox spot. I'll tell you, you see the numbers, you see the correlated line movement here. There's been no doubt that the Orioles have been kind of blasting everybody here, but look at that. Right now, they're second straight road trip. They got beat up by them St. Louis Cardinals 6-3, 3-1, 5-4. Those 9s were unders. The 8 was an over out there. So tricky spots as far as this total is concerned, but I'm kind of playing the Clevenger rest angle out there here. I think there was a reason that they gave him that extra day off there, and we were able to capitalize on that Toronto spot, send him back home early, get himself rested and situated out there. And we're going for bear on this one here. I think this is a great opportunity to fade away on G-Rod. We kind of got a situation right now that's happening with these Orioles bats. Kind of slumping, to say the least. They're 278 OBA, 148 ISO the past week. Just a 290 OBA over the last 14 days. This is a great time, I think, to fade these guys out there. The first 5 money line has been catching steam as well. It started at plus 200. The first 5 White Sox spots, plus 185. I'm double dipping. I'm taking the White Sox. Give me the plus 185 first 5. I'm taking the full game as well. Not for the faint of heart. If you want to go out there and you want to play around and you want to take the plus a half or the plus 1.5, you're leaving money on the table, in my opinion, here. You look at what's going on with G-Rod. His ERA on the road, suspect and then some. He's over a 6 ERA on the road as well. I think it's a bad spot. I said this earlier on Jimmy's show today as well. I think this is a tricky situation where we've got Clevenger catching extra rest. The White Sox have been so god-awful, there's no way they can continue to be awful forever. Then we got G-Rod, who struggles on the road, and we got a cold situation with these bats. I think this is a sneaky spot to go cash big. Give me the plus 185. Give me the plus 205 as well. C-Matt, we're not fucking around here tonight. We're going big.
No. Look, I get it a little bit. One thing where you hope that – I don't know if he goes 5. That's the whole thing here with Clevenger. But the White Sox don't have a horrible bullpen. Yeah, they've been horrible at times. I mean, they're right at 15th in the league. So you're going to have probably, the 4 or 5 innings, because I don't think he goes more than 4. So if you think he can pitch well. Yeah, and the O's finally just, hitting the skid. It's a crazy streak that they were on, not getting swept at all. Hey, and the White Sox finally winning some baseball games. I've even been on, where I didn't even touch them, where they be plus 250 to start the year. But, yeah, I've been on them a few times lately. They've come through. It ain't pretty, though. That's for sure.
Nasty Nate, when your fucking alligator arms were asking me to buy you a drink and you were drinking fucking tequila with soda and a splash of something pink, says, I remember being drunk with Mike at Southtown and he lied about how old he was right to my face.
Wow, Mikey.
Calling
you out here.
Calling me out. Put me on the mat, boys. I tell you, every single day, don't let the gray and the beard fool you. A spry 43 about to be 44.
I love this. There's a bunch of JPZs. Look at this. 6 JPZs. I want to hit this. Hold on. 6 JPZs in the back, which is wild. Preston just put that in the chat. Damn, you got a lot of fakes there, JPZ. in it. We'll hit this at the end. Someone just put, Mullins is a good one. I didn't have a ton. Like I told you, I'm on the Carpenter. I put a little on that home run prop tonight. And Mullins is like 500, right around there. I mean, look how down what Henderson is here. Mikey is home run here just on DraftKings, plus 225. That's how bad he's been raking. You're not getting a bargain there. But, yeah.
No, I see Leonard Porsche says, sounds like a perfect spot for the DK up 2 runs. I agree. Why not take advantage of that thing? Go for the big game there, the plus 205. Take the big score, see if they go up too early. And, the problem being the home team, typically we see that we want to be on the road team as the dog in those spots to get the job done. But it's all good. I'm excited here. Jeffy D says, the oldest I put Mike at is 27. I appreciate that, man. I wish I was 27 again. Trisha M says, happy birthday to the hardest working guy on YouTube. $5 dono from our girl, Trisha M. Cheers, Trisha. Appreciate you.
Nice.
Let's go.
Shout out to Trisha.
We're one day early, though, guys. Tomorrow's going to be bust out, get down, get your cocktails ready. We'll be flying. We'll do some shots on screen. We'll do the show. We'll have a lot of fun with it. We'll bring C-Mac back if he's willing to come in there and have a shot with me on my birthday, too. So we'll see how that goes here. But
let's do it. If I'm home, I'll jump on. I'll be on if I'm here.
Let's go. I mean, it's a long weekend. What the fuck? There's no UFC. We got big cash to get after as well here. But C-Mac, the next game on the deck, the biggest game in Connor McDavid NHL history, to say the least here. The Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars. It's an 8:30 Eastern start. It's on TNT. It's a big game at American Airlines Center. And we've got the Connor McDavids rolling out there against, I don't know, the Joe Pavelskis, I guess we'll call them at this point. Big spot for Dallas here. We got the rest versus rust situation. The Dallas Stars last played on the 17th, so they're coming in here with about a week off of hockey. On the other side of things, the Edmonton Oilers just busted up Vancouver 3-2. That was a battle of a series. They had to win back-to-back games to move on. Again, Connor McDavid's career looking to go out there and get himself first Western Conference Finals, trying to get himself to the Stanley Cup, the big dance, C-Mac. What do you think about this game here? We got Ottinger going on. We got Skinner rolling back there in net for Edmonton as well. Battle and at its finest here with these boys. What do you think about this game? He doesn't think anything about this game. How about that? I'll tell you guys exactly where I'm going with this game. Contrary to popular opinion. Now, first of all, I'm going to tell you this. Gary Bettman, the NHL. Let me tell you what they're not sitting around thinking. How do we get Joe Pavelski a Stanley Cup? We really need Jamie Benn to be a champion this year. They don't give a fuck, but you know who they do care about? The second Wayne Gretzky out there, Connor McDavid, finally in the position to go out there and get that championship that he has so often sought and failed. They got Skinner back in goal, and everyone's been hating on Skinner, giving a little shit around what he's been doing out there. They pulled him out at the right time, and they put Calvin Pickard in. They got that win. They followed it back up. Run Skinner back in there. I said that in that game was the best goaltending situation they could possibly have with both those guys. DC Capper says, did Colorado hold on and win? I'm not sure. Somebody in the chat can fill it in. There we go, C-Mac. C-Mac's back in action. C-Mac, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing on this game. No frills, no fucking around. I'm taking the Dallas Stars, game number 1 at home. It's minus 126. Not only am I taking the Dallas Stars.
You flipped on me? You sack of dog shit. You fucking flipped on me.
You give me enough time to sit around and fucking him and haw. I'm going to have to take him. Not only am I taking him, we're fucking rolling it right back in the old rollover challenge. We won yesterday with the San Diego Padres. We're putting it all on the line. As a matter of fact, let me see. Here's what we got. We got something for that. San Diego Padres got the job done yesterday in the first leg of the rollover challenge of minus 126. $100 start. We got 180 in the balance. We're fucking rolling it all back in on the Dallas Stars tonight. Dallas to pick up the first game of the series, C-Mac. Talk to me about why Edmonton and the Connor McDavids are getting the job done.
I think they can here. You know, as much as I ragged on the Oilers a little bit, they got past the Canucks. It wasn't easy in that series. As much as I like the Stars, I don't think they're that great of a hockey team. Maybe that's just me. The Avalanche just couldn't stop anything. I think they, and everything that happened behind the scenes. I just thought if they were full go, they're the better hockey team all the way around. They had goalie, the whole thing with them. And the Stars are tough, but give me this price here with the Oilers. I think they can get after Dallas. Dallas has been sitting around nice and fat and happy here in this one. Yeah, so I'm on the Oilers. I think they could get it done in this one. I also think McDavid, this is a big, if he doesn't show up, which is great, but I think he can here today. I'd look at his points. I haven't bet it yet. Over 1.5. It was -1.5 earlier. I was looking at that and a couple other props. Did you on anything here in this game?
Well, I see some of the guys in the chat, specifically Rod Zawacki, the driver.
I saw that earlier, Rod.
I don't know if you knew that or not, but he is the official Patreonato of the Edmonton Oilers, sitting up there in Canada. Nothing else to do but root for them Oilers out there. Says, just here to fade Mike. Let's go, Rod Zawacki. Doesn't care about Canadian teams. Rick J says, Stars being off for a week worries me. There was a big trend I was looking at with the rest versus rust factor. But I think they can find a way to get through it. JPC says, Padres run line yesterday. Yes, sir. Trisha M says, oh, yeah, Stars winning. How do I know? Fade the Oilers boost. Hell, yeah. We're going to fade that boost out there. Ice Viking says, I'm from Vancouver, and we'll be rooting for Christopher Tanev and the Dallas Stars. Jeffrey Dahmer says, I'm still struggling with Jesus. Come on. Fucking Cheshire Cat.
What's going on?
Get your shit together. Get it together. Oldie says Oilers boost. Damn it. Rod Z says Dallas 0-6 in a game one of a series. Also, Dallas pick is ass. Where are the Mike bashing Stars? What the fuck? He hates the Stars. Rod Z, I do hate the Stars. But I think tonight we can catch a Stars victory. It's game one at home. Isn't as dumb as these Dallas fans are about hockey? They still know it's game one of the Western Conference. I think there's carryover. Them Mavericks won. Everyone's pumped up about what happened out there. They're going to find a way to get this victory tonight there. Let's see what happens. JPC says, Bosch bomb tonight. Subhuman says, Old E, where at? Nasty Nate says, wait for not picks. Oh, Jesus, you guys are something. That's what happens. I start reading the chat. C-Max.
How about these Rockies? They go up 9-5 and they're already coughing it back here. God damn.
Are they really?
Always trouble. Yeah, it was just 9-7 now and no on. Someone just put coin.
I jumped on Oakland full game pregame. So fuck Colorado.
Well,
wow, Mr.
You're
Bates
alive.
says
9-9. See, there you go. This team can't get out. It's their bullpen. It's like the Rangers. This Rockies bullpen, awful. Yeah.
Dude, you said it last night on the live stream. You were like, first fives. That's the way you play them. That's the way you do it. Guys, official.
And you know what? It's worked, Mike. It's only beat me like one time or twice. Once last year, it has once this year where it came back and they won and later in the game. But when I've been on them, they've come through. Yeah, it's first five only.
Well, the official play for the rollover challenge here, you guys. We got $180 after last night's victory with the Padres. We're going to put it back on the line, $180 on the Dallas Stars, and the rollover challenge will be a $323 payout once they win. So official purposes, $180 to make $323. The rollover challenge, leg number 2. C-Mac, we got some business to get to here in the NBA. Everybody wants to talk about it. 8 p.m. Them Indiana Pacers gave them Celtics fits. A big overtime victory for the Celtics, but it did not look easy. They got reverse swept in the trifecta out there as well. We got a +9 that's sitting at +9. Finally starting to see some 8.5 action in this NBA game. We got 69% of the bet, 65% of the cash on the Indiana Pacers. Then we look at the total. It's gone from 224.5 to 225.5 with 94% of the bets and 93% of the cash on the over. It's moved a full point to the over. I'm curious, C-Mac, how are you attacking this game? I kind of got some ideas around where I want to get after it here. You already know my deal. I got the series bet, 4-2 plus 400, the Celtics to win, and the over 5.5. I'm going to need these Pacers to pick a fucking game to get the victory. I thought it was going to be game 1, C-Mac, but I unfortunately fell short. What do you think about this game?
I know they should have won game 1. That'd been huge, but I think they at least get one, back home. The Celtics team, just I don't know. I don't see the toughness from them here, Mikey. They beat a bunch of bad teams, some injured teams on the way here. I think Porzingis being out, when I watched that game when we were watching it, he's a key. With him out, it seemed like the Pacers the shots were a lot easier inside. The pick and roll was easy for them, and they got easy buckets. Like, that happens again, they're in this game, and this goes over, which I just have to be on until I see it. It almost, we know if the Pacers give up points on the road, that's just been their problem. It seems like they're going to give up an average right around 120 to their opposition. So, if they just have what I worried about in game 1, Mike, because off the unbelievable shooting, if they just go ice cold, and let's see if the Celtics kind of change up their defense in this game, kind of their whole scheme. I don't know what they're going to do, but they maybe change something up, because I think the Pacers are just going to be able to score. They go at their pace. Yeah. I talked about the bench, always even with Mathurin out, these guys off the bench, Toppin has been really good. So, yeah, over 224.5. I took it, and it's tough right now to lay it with the Celtics. But I could, like I was talking about, it happened earlier this year. If they just go cold in a big run at home, Kyle goes crazy one of the quarters, they could win here big and cover. But no way, do I want to look at that? So over.
Yeah, I want to get there on the over. I'll tell you, by the numbers, if we look at some of these overs particularly, big road dogs are 11-0 to the over if they won the previous game series against the spread. Big spot there. So they cover the spread. Big road dog being in the spot where they're 9 points. And they're going over by almost 10, almost a double-digit over. It's 11-0 to the over in those spots out there. The average line that we're seeing is 217.5, and it's at 224.5. Road teams off a road overtime game are 10-0-1 to the over if it's within the same series, and the line's more than 214 as well. So that average line we're seeing is 219, and we're seeing an average of around 226.5. I'm going to have to go the other direction here. I got a sneaky suspicion we see this one tightening up a little bit here. I'm on the Pacers. I'm taking the Pacers +9.
Yeah, I
need a fucking win. I need them. They got to win this fucking game. No fucking around. 9 points is fine and it's cute, but this is exactly why I took the series bets, because I said I don't want to be trying to figure out when to take the Celtics and lay the points, right? They could very easily not cover a single game in the series and still find a way to advance and move forward. But for me, when it comes down to it, I want the Pacers. I want the 9. I get the line movement. We're finally starting to see some of that late buy-in that's now giving concern and moving it down to 8.5. But there's still 9s out there, and I see a 9 at -110.
Yeah, there's still some 9s. Yeah.
The benefit that we have going too is our favorite book to fade when they have the best number does not have the best number. FanDuel's at 8.5 already, so I like that 9. But I got to go to this under. 225.5 is the number that I see right now. I kind of feel like the best of the number was the opening number. And now we saw this last game as well. The first half, they were cruising on the over, and then things kind of shrunk down in that second half. And, I think if I remember the situation correctly, it was like 220-ish pregame. It got to 232 or whatever at halftime, and then it ended somewhere in that volley of the window. So they did kind of slow things down for that second half. Kind of think we see a little bit of the same here. I'm going to double dip it. I'm going to take the under 225.5. I'm going to take the Pacers +9 as well. Don't like to be on the other side, but I do look forward to the text that's got a big fucking smiley face when you beat me again.
Well, you want to go against me, Mike. I mean, the record. Well, I don't know exactly, but it's not good when we go against each other. But it's just betting. One thing with this series, the regular season is way different than early on, but those totals were 245, 250. I just think this is way lower. The one game that stayed over this number was a blowout. That's what you need here. So it's tough unless it's a tight, just weird game and you get defense, because you need that type game that was 118, 101. a similar game like that, Celtics kind of win and roll, I think, to keep it under. But shots just keep going. I don't know what, unless stuff changes, and it could. I'll pay to play. Let's go.
Here's the deal. I'm also adding Miles Turner. I've got Miles Turner over 7.5 rebounds at plus 115 as well. I like a little rebound prop. I feel like I've had a lot of success this NBA season in the rebound category. Not so much points and shit like that, but give me Miles Turner over 7.5 rebounds. Like I said, I got it locked in earlier. Let me see what his number is right now, just to give you guys the most current situation with these lines here. Rebounds, Miles Turner over 7.5. Man, it's dropping here. Plus 110 still over at Caesars. Plus 110 for Miles Turner. And let's see if we can't get that rebound prop home tonight. 7.5 plus 110. C-Mac likes the over. I'm going to try to go the other side with this under at 225.5. I'm on the Pacers plus 9. And C-Mac, you know what that leaves us with here. The WNBA, my guy. Are you ready? You pumped? Fired up to talk about some women's basketball?
Well, I mean, I'll talk with you. I mean, I haven't bet it, but let's roll. Let's go.
Look, we'll keep it short, sweet, and to the point here, you guys. We got a lot of stuff going on. Big pre-game into the birthday. Tomorrow is the birthday. Tonight is the pre-game. So I appreciate all you guys giving me your best wishes. Means a ton for us here. Sadly, I came off a loss last night in the WNBA. We had a 2-game sweep the day before. We took a loss. Look, there's a couple games flying around here. The Lynx in the Sun started at 164.5, gone to 162.5. And that's the direction I'm moving in this game here as well. I like the Sun. Both these teams are, unlike what we saw yesterday and last night, where the over kind of slipped in there on us by 2 points. We got a 2-0 and a 3-0 team, the best two teams in the WNBA going at it. Historically, these two teams lend to an under, and I'm going to jump in there. I like the line movement moving in that under direction as well. Just trying to keep it short and sweet for you guys, but give me this Sun Lynx game. I'm going to go under 162.5. Just strictly looking at these two teams, the way that they match up, competitively balanced. I think we see some defense in this game, not so much run and gun offensive situation. We know the Sun can play kind of both sides. They can play that defensive shut them down game, but when they get hot, they just roll out there like we saw with the Fever, where they blasted them by 40 points in the first game of the season. So, yeah, I don't know how much you spend on the WNBA, but I said this before. We're about a month away from everybody being a WNBA capping expert. So I figured we might not get on top of this thing and see. What do you think?
The only thing I think it's gone a little bit too low. I mean, it's down to 161.5. So if you got in a little bit earlier, I don't mind. I think the Lynx could hang around too in this game. You know, the Sun at home have been all right, but I think they could hang. If you get their 6s out there, I think they could cover this number. I want to hit up Kelly. She put the point for in here. Where these guys got to step up. Sagan, over half a point, is plus 110 for the Stars. This guy needs to show up. I mean, so does Ben. He's like right around there too. But that's mine for NHL. I know she just put in the chat half a point. Tyler Sagan, look at it.
Did you see? Did you see? We were just watching some SportsCenter earlier today, and Draisaitl. What's he got himself? 12 points to open up the postseason with here. This guy, his point streak to get Draisaitl points over 1.5 points is plus money. But I was thinking about maybe a power play point for this guy, Draisaitl. Speaking of the NHL,
yes,
this guy's been fired.
That's where they're the best team. No, but they're the best in the league for the last 4 or 5 years. The Oilers on the power play. I think you go right to that, and that's where they score their goals. You know, not that they did a ton of 5-on-5, but the best power play team. And I talked about it with the Canucks. The Stars team needs to stay out, and the Canucks couldn't deliver. Like, 4 minutes, couldn't even get nothing near the net. So that'll be big with the Stars getting to the penalty box tonight. You know, if they stay out, I mean, they could win.
Yeah, I just like I said, I'm rolling deep with I like that. They changed the deal with action, so the ability to line shop power play points is down right now for me. But I still believe A's walk A's walk-off walk. Is that what's happening?
Walk-off walk. Hell yeah. Shout out to everyone on the A's. You're on them, right, Mikey?
Fuck yeah. Is that the shittiest way to win a game ever? Walk off.
9-5.
W, boys.
Not when you got money on it. Okay. I love it.
Who gives a shit? I'll tell you what, guys. I've got one more game in the WNBA I wanted to get action on here. I'm not fucking with that Sky Liberty game. 17 points. The Sky are that bad. The Sky are fucking terrible, but the Liberty aren't that good either. This is a tricky spot with 93% of the cash on the Sky. The line has moved a half a point to even a full point in some spots. It's just they're both at 7. I just thought, give me the under. I think that Lynx Sun battle is kind of, top of the pack, if you will, top of the top of the standings. These two teams should battle. But I'm looking at this Mystic and Mercury game here. We caught that Mercury win the other night. We got 68% of the bets, 96% of the cash on the Mercury. They've gone from -5 to -7s now. It went from 6.5 to 7, even between then and the show start. DK still has a 6.5 hanging out there at -115. We have 7s, and we're even starting to see 7.5s as well. If this gets up to 7.5 to even to 8, I would start to think maybe the other side of this thing here. But what did we see with the Mercury the other day? Underrated here. There's a big overvaluation on the injury factor that's going on with this Mercury team. The Vegas Aces, we talked about it. We had them. We had that 15 against the Vegas Aces. And unfortunately, what we saw when it came down to it was, again, overvaluation and injured players. I think this is a spot where this Mercury team is competitive. They can go out there and battle. We saw that they took down the back-to-back reigning league champions as double-digit dogs. And this line is a scurrying assessment of not knowing what the hell to make of this team here. 6.5 at -115 for me. I'm going to jump in on this Mercury 2-1. The Mystic are fucking terrible. Probably the worst team in the league. They'll probably continue to be the worst team in the league the entire season. 0-4 on this Mystic. They lost a battle against the worst team in the league, the LA Sparks. 70-68 the other day. 84-75 against Seattle. They got busted up by Connecticut Sun as well. Give me this side here with the Mercury, and I'm going to lay the number. I'm going to lay the wood, C-Mac. I'm going to lay the 6.5 at -115.
Thanks for the info, Perky. He says the Detroit game's delayed because of power outage. Appreciate it. I do. I know. I don't like that, but it is what it is. Both teams got to deal with it. As long as there's nothing to do with the pitchers. Yeah, me too. But it's not a start then stop. That, with the like that. That always really is horrible. They go out and play a few innings. I hate that. That really messes it up. I agree with you in this. I'd lay it. I'd lay it here with the Mercury. Yep. There's no way I want to back Washington in this spot. And I'm not crazy. Like I said, I'm not betting this, but I'd lay it with the Mercury. Yeah.
And I see Kelly V says the Mercury made a shit ton of threes against the Aces. That's the thing. They're going out there throwing 30, 40 3-pointers up a game, and they're making a good deal of them. That's exactly how we capped that last game, and I think that rolls back into this game here. You're gonna try to
Cooper had a ton of it in that game. And she had like 40 points, I think. Something like that. Yeah.
So give it to me. Let's see if we can't get that cash to close the show out. We got the Suns under 162.5. C-Mac thinks that might be suspect, a little low movement, but the Mercury -6.5 as well. C-Mac, we got there. It's the end of the show. It's time to get the bow out and wrap this thing up, my guy. What's going on? Tell everybody where they can find you. What you got going on this Memorial Day weekend?
I'm not sure. I'm just glad it's the weekend. You know what I mean?
Me too.
I am going to play some golf on Saturday or Sunday. I don't know exactly. It's a lot nice when you can impromptu when you're on the golf course. You could just hop the wall and go play some golf. So that's always fun.
Is that
let's hit
you
this.
just pop over and pop over and start on like hole number 4?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm on 6. Usually I just play the last 4 going in, then I'll come back. You know what I mean? Not all the time. When I play, I'll play. But sometimes, like when it goes down here, later on in the day when the sun's going down in a couple hours, I'll hop and do that. No one's out there, unless some kids are out there, high school kids. They're the only ones you'll see playing, right before it gets dark. So I'll hop on and do that. But yeah, just check everything out. Post Sports Radio. I'll try to join you then tomorrow if I'm here for the big birthday bash.
Yeah, come on in.
Because here already partying there. Oh, where are you at? You're not at home? Are you at where's that spot again? Where are you at?
No, I'm at a friend's house here. We got the dog. We got
okay.
We got the birthday dog in play. I told him
Birthday dog. What's the name?
It's Penny. I call it P-Rex.
Penny.
It's got a head full of teeth.
Ah,
Like
hell
a
yeah.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. So that's the deal. We're going to get after it. We're going to have some food tonight. We're going to have some drinks, hang out with the friends, get after it, and try to get this cash, my guy. We're looking for a big Dallas game tonight. We've got the rollover challenge in play, leg number 2, C-Mac. So hopefully you can join
let's
tomorrow.
Get the real quick, Tigers, I'm on it. We talked about Carpenter. You're on Perez, RBI. I put a little on his homer, plus 775. And we're on the Oilers. Heads up. Thank you. God damn me. I knew why you flipped on me, you son of a bitch. But we'll deal with it. Shout out to everyone in here. Yeah, I know you did. God damn, I know you did. Jesus. All right.
Good stuff, C-Mac. Let's go. Kelsey, Unit 8200. Kelly V, appreciate everybody hanging with us. DC Copper, Jeffy D, Joe Free in the household. E Nasty Nate says, how far are you from New York City? I don't know. I'm probably like 5 hours, give or take. Juggler 23 bringing us in the good pregame stats there with the steam and the overnight wise guy action. Steve G, David Wallace, John Che in the house. Perky Bumps. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us tonight. Going to be a big night and a big show tomorrow. Get your shots ready. Get everything going. We're going to do a lot of cheers. Every play, we're going to go out there and bang down a shot to celebrate the big day.
Woo!
Appreciate everybody hanging with us tonight. Go out there, become a member of Pub Sports Radio if you haven't done so already. $9.99 a month. Word listener supporter. We need your guys' help. It starts with hitting the thumbs up. And if you're making money with us, then show the support, become a member, get yourself discounts to the merch store, member exclusive programming, and twice a week you get yourself a virtual horse to race out there for your chance to win $50, C-Mac. I hope I did it justice here. It's Thursday. There's no T on the ones and twos. It's just me, baby. What do you think? Did we get it done?
We got it done. Thursdays are a little wild. Yeah, no T, wild, wild west here. I hope you guys can deal with it. No producer, but I think we got it done. Joe Free, my man. Kelsey Perky. Hell yeah. What's up, Unit 8200? In here, Juggler, is always good to see you. Shout out to all you guys in here. Red Bear, what's going on? Oldie. Let's make some money here. Tonight, Mikey. Let's get it.
Appreciate everybody. Good luck with your bets tonight, of course, unless you're against me. C-Mac, I look forward to texting you. And until tomorrow, everybody, stay poppin'. Get that